In this guide, we'll be looking at how to control the opponent's movement, expand on ice floor pressure, combo optimizations, and stronger Roki setups. 2 and 4P is great since it lets you keep them grounded while you use your best tools for space control. As long as you can threaten a frame trap, they should be scared to move after blocking anything. Using 2 and 4S is much more safe, even doing it multiple times when spaced. The tricky part is getting used to the spots where the fish is more useful as it passes them. When using 2D as your threat option is pretty generous since it pops him up in place, letting the fish activate and give a combo from many spots. It doesn't really matter if the fish isn't in front of them or behind them, it'll work pretty often. But there is a point where it won't work anymore, so try to find that point. It gets a bit more tricky when using 2 and 4S. Since it launches them fast and far, it's best to do it when the fish is behind them. It can work if it's in front of them too, but it's not as generous as 2D. If it's too late and misses, it's not necessarily a bad thing, since you'll still get a knockdown and it'll still be waiting, giving you another chance that's easier to make use of. Overall, this makes your pokes a much higher reward, so try to fit this into your zoning plans. And it adds to your stagger pressure, since frame traps with 2D and 2 and 4S will be so much scarier. This respect can be abused with other special cancels too. Based on the distance it hits, you'll either want to go into dash up 5k6h, or you may just have to go right into spike. They can try to hit it by doing a jumping normal, but since it pulls back before attacking, there's a specific range they have to be in for it to work, unless they choose a more committal button. And if they're too late, it's pretty bad for them. Same goes for 2 and 4K. They can hit it, but it needs a larger or advancing move to stay consistent, but they can special cancel on hit, making it harder to contest them. Luckily, you can just do spike to punish this option, though you probably can't do it on reaction, so be careful of options like 5k into jump cancels or IEDs. But now that you know how to make better use of the fish projectiles, it'll make your ice floor zoning even stronger. As a side note, dashing 2 and 4H is pretty strong with the ice floor down, since H-spike on hit combos letting you set up knockdowns. Same goes for when 2 and 4S hits. And while JD is very useful, the way it impacts your air momentum can get a bit difficult to get used to. So a tip is to do IED back with JP and JD after it whiffs. This sets it up at a height that's still anti-airs for you and cuts down on the time between you doing it and landing so you can set up faster. It doesn't always need to be done this way, especially since it takes longer to do a backdash and whiff a button than just doing it, but it's another good thing to add to your rotation. Continuing on how 2 and 4P is useful, in the corner it's great at making people feel stuck. Since it stays at the corner of the screen, the threat stays there for a long time. When the ice floor is up, you can loop 2k 2D 236k if you use dash momentum. If they don't block low or get frame trapped, it's a full combo. And same goes for if they try to backdash. They can backdash after the 236k if you do dash 2k, so you may want to use close slash sometimes to catch this and punish it heavily. When anti-airing with 5p, dash up 5k 6h is the best way to convert. Counter hit 6p goes right into spike for an easy conversion. When using 5k at round start, you can option select a Wild Assault, which will combo on counter hit, letting you get a wall break. If 5k whiffs, then Wild Assault won't happen. Counter hit 2p can use a similar route, but you'll likely want the ice floor knockdown instead. At this point, you'll want to start making use of the dash momentum that comes with the ice field for better conversions. Microdash 2 and 4H after setting up the floor can lead to high damage conversions. Here's an alternate close slash route that corner to corners but uses Wild Assault. In the corner you can pick up off 2 and 4H with dash 2S 2H, though in practice the wall will likely break earlier than this. The pop-up of charge 6H makes it easy to convert into 5k. As a DP punish, 2H is best, and cancelling into 2-2H reduces the recovery, making it easier to combo after. This is also showcasing an important piece of routing for 2-touch setups of Wild Assault throw into the ice floor pop-up. You can use 2H to frame trap with 2, but generally you do 2S or 2D. Counter hit 2D can go into 2 and 4H, then 2-6H for a full screen combo. This combo also works from a raw counter hit 2-1-4H. With meter, you can convert close slash 2H into a corner combo from mid-screen by doing fast RC by whiffing 2P. Counter hit 2 and 4S in the corner can go into 5k 6H. Mid-screen counter hit 2D can combo into 5K, and here I show off the IDJS that you can do after spike, which will be useful later. Counter hit 2D can go into 2-1-4H, then the same as the optimal close slash combo. From frame trap 2-1-4S in the corner, PRC 5K6H easily confirms. Same goes from 2D into 2-1-4S, and you can set up a wall slump. If you do 2-1-4H instead and are spaced out, PRC 6H is fine too. With the ice floor, you have enough momentum to cancel 2-6K into RC, then charge dust and continue with a close slash. If you have full meter, reversal super RC lets you run up, close slash, and full corner to corner carry with a knockdown setup. Or you can change the routing a bit to make it wall break. If you go right from close slash 2H into the 100 meter super, it'll do about as much damage as the optimal close slash corner combo. While she does have a reversal super, backdash RC can be useful in known frame trap spots, so here's a combo for that type of punish. One thing that you may have noticed is that Dizzy's combos can build the opponent a lot of meter. This typically ramps up after they trigger the ice floor pop-up, making the 2-1-4S and 2-1-4H hits build them much more meter. So you may want to replace the enders with far slash or other normals which build much less for them. A better version of the left-right from a 2D knockdown is to microdash, then neutral jump or jump forward. And since you cross them up either way after it connects, you can do a delayed air dash back into delayed JK for an overhead, and pair it with a 2K for a high-low mix. In the corner, 2K 2D 2-1-4S into 2-1-4K spaces you out enough that microdash far slash will be a safe meaty against most reversals. But it only leaves you +5 in spaced, so I'd say it's situational, but good to know. Mid to corner close slash routes can end with a DP safe meaty spike into ice floor and leaves you +11 point blank. The 2-1-4K slows down the reversals since it makes contact with that first. You can also trigger the OTG to set up a left-right depending on how you time the jump and air dash. Converting a spike hit to a knockdown lets you set up 2-1-4K to help cover a strike throw or tap dust. And if you're closer to the corner, the 2-1-4K can force the wall splat so you don't need RC to convert it. From mid-screen throw, you can do dash jump for same side or a slightly deeper dash into jump for cross-up. If done right, this can be a bit ambiguous. In the corner, you can throw, then jump into delay air dash back to H or land 2K, and the JH safe jumps. Or do throw into whiff 5P then S spike. The timing is pretty strict, but it will either be safe to DPs or trade and let you still wall break. With meter, fast RC into 5H 2-2H, then spike can set up the ice floor, but you may just want the wall break. Before moving on to the next video, you should feel comfortable using 2-1-4P in neutral, understand how to use ice floor for pressure, have long range spike confirms down, and have a game plan on what to do for each knockdown. Thank you for watching.